panayam, balita at iba pa.
Welcome back mga kabarangay, dito po sa ating Barangay New Zealand na napapanood po sa PSTV Plus, sa YouTube at sa Facebook. Ako po inyong kaibigan Simpapawid, ako inyong Direk Rene, inyong Kuya Rene. At ito po yung patuloy na serye. This is a continuing series of Q&As and interviews with the candidates, the of Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024. I have a personal, the pageant is quite close to me because when I was new in Aotearoa, New Zealand in 2008, I was tapped in Hamilton to be the overall program director for the pageant and the cultural part of Labor Weekend. And it happened again in 2011 when we took over suddenly the pageant because it was supposed to be in Christchurch. Kaya lang nangyari po yung earthquake sa Christchurch. So sinalo ng mga kababayan natin sa Waikato Filipino Association ang Labor Weekend. Dahil nalalapit na po ang Labor Weekend celebration, ito po ay gaganapin sa Oktubre 26, 27, 28 dito po sa Barry Pullman Park sa Takanini ay minarapat ko po na magkaroon ng a series of Q&As with the candidates of the Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024. Naumpisa na po natin a couple of days ago at ngayon ay pangalawang bisita po natin. Walang iba kundi si Gabriella Croft. Hi Gabriella, good afternoon, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you, Gabriella?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good and happy to meet you because you are a year 12 student and so you're just like one of my students. No? But don't feel that I am your teacher right now. I mean, don't be threatened. So, what are you? You are finishing year 12, right?
Yes.
In one of the colleges here in Auckland. What's your favorite subject? I think that's normally asked.
My favorite subject would probably be English. I'm taking like the year above English at school and I really enjoy writing and also reading. So that's probably my favorite subject at the moment.
Oh, okay. So you're taking a year 13 English subject that will add to your credits. Very good, very good.
Yes.
Gabriella, I'll ask you a little bit about your mom is Filipino and dad is Kiwi, so you're a Filipino Kiwi. Have you been to the Philippines, Gabriella?
I've been maybe 4 or 5 times, but they were all under
Ooh.
the age of 6.
Oh, okay.
So it's been quite a long time since I've been.
Yeah, and do you recall anything about the Philippines?
Yes, some of my youngest memories are of me in the Philippines. I think just because it's so distinctive in my
Mm.
brain. But the reason why we haven't been for so long is just because we've been focusing on getting like all my family from the Philippines over in New Zealand because my mum
Oh,
has 6 other siblings and there's just 2 brothers that are left in the Philippines. Like my lolo is here, all of my titas, and they've all got families now living here, which is really awesome.
oh, wow. Whereabouts in the Philippines is your mom from?
My mum is from Antipolo.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. I spoke to your mom a while ago, and we were reminiscing about Antipolo because I also live in Antipolo for a while.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful place, and especially during summer, they say it's like people go up to Antipolo for the pilgrimage. I guess maybe you still remember going to the big cathedral or not, but that's where people come to Antipolo. There's like tayo na sa Antipolo, that song. Like now, being Filipino Kiwi, what is it about you? What part of the Philippines or being Filipino is resonating with you, Gabriella?
Um, Probably like the hospitality and the values of family. They
Mm-hmm.
really just I think that's what also helps me set apart like my Kiwi side and my Filipino side because like in Filipino culture, like you're having intergenerational households, you're having, your Lola and Lolas living with you. Whereas in New Zealand, that's really not common.
Mm,
And
mm,
I don't have any siblings, but I've always had like a family of four because I've had like an auntie living with me, or I've had my granddad who's currently living with me. And I think that's just so important, like giving back to the people who took care of you when you were younger and you're taking care of them. Now I think that's so important, like the values of hospitality, like Filipino workers, they're so hardworking and you can really tell when they're Filipino
mm.
because they put all their love and heart and soul, they're bringing their best self into work. They're,
That's right.
not being lazy or slacking off like
Mhm.
some people in New Zealand.
We can relate to that.
Yeah.
Gabriela, Filipinos, they love karaoke, to
Yeah.
sing. So is that part of the things that you have imbibed from being a Filipino?
Yes. My whole like family is very musical. Like,
Oh,
well, my
okay.
Filipino side of my family,
Mhm.
but also last year, my auntie, she went to the Philippines, I think, or she
Mhm.
went to Singapore, and then I think she
Mhm.
traveled to the Philippines. She brought home a karaoke machine. So for
Oh,
Christmas, we literally did 6 hours of karaoke.
wow.
And my dad and some of my Kiwi uncles were a bit tired at that point of the singing, but no, it was so much fun.
So what's this? That's part of your like your talent, your hobby is singing. Any
Yes.
particular like genre? Is it pop, jazz, rock, or what?
I love all types of singing, but I feel like the songs that suit my voice the best are more like Christian and worship songs, and
Oh yeah.
because I'm
Mhm.
in the worship team at my church, so
Okay.
I'm often singing there or leading worship.
Oh, that's very good to know because I have interviewed and I have some friends who are in the worship team of so many Christian churches, and some of them play the saxophone, play the drums, do the vocals. Oh, shout out to Andre. Andre is now based in Tauranga. He has a wonderful voice. He's like amazing voice. Used to be my co-teacher in one of the schools that we were teaching, but he moved to Tauranga, so he's always watching. So shout out to Andre. Do you play musical instruments, Gabriella?
Yes, I play the piano. I used to take
Hmm.
lessons, but I don't anymore. Speaking of like worship leading, there's like a North Island Christian camp that goes on every Easter time, and
Oh,
there's like 4,000, 3,000 kids that go, and
wow.
I was selected to be in the worship team with that, and there were some other Filipino people in the worship team, and
Wow.
makes
Wow.
sense because they're
Amazing.
usually very good at singing.
Yeah, it's so amazing because I am not a religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person, and for me, praise and worship songs is the highest form of worship. When you sing to our Lord. And I've always dreamed of having here in Aotearoa. We all have this, and I mean in the Filipino context, we all have these concerts of pop singers. I've always dreamed, and I've always been talking to my friends who are in churches. I said, why can we not have a praise and worship concert?
Yeah.
It's something like there's all these talents, and yeah, hopefully, Gabriella, we can slowly put it into
Make it
place. And
happen.
yeah, because we love to sing, and as I said, praise and worship is the singing is the highest form of worship, and it's about time that we do that. Let's talk about your journey to the Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024. Have you ever joined any other pageants in the past?
No. So this is
Oh,
really my first experience, but as a kid, I
oh,
always wanted to do pageants. I remember trying to convince my mum by like walking down the hallway in her heels, being like, I can pageant walk, but not very good.
so this is the first time. And so, what made you decide to, put up your hand and do this?
So at my school, we have an annual culture night, and I was part of the Filipino group, and one of the boys in the group her mum is very involved in this, and she
Mm,
asked me last year if this would be something I'd be interested in for the following year. And so her reaching out was really awesome because now I'm able to participate in this because I don't think I would have known about it otherwise. And I'd kind of
mm.
given up like searching for something like that, but I'm so happy.
Yeah, and as I said, I have a personal connection with the pageant, and our reigning Miss Philippines New Zealand is Katarina, and she's still in the Philippines because she represented New Zealand in the Miss Asia Pacific International. She is just like you, a Filipino Kiwi, and quite creative, dynamic, and we can see like if the girls go through the pageant and then they move on to different aspects of their lives, and I think that's one of the purpose of the organizers is to not just to highlight the Filipino-ness of the candidates, but to use it as a platform for to become role models. I just found out from Statistics New Zealand that there are 108,000 Filipinos in New Zealand now. So that's something
Wow.
like 2.02% of the population of New Zealand, which
Wow,
is
that's
quite
amazing.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
So when I came here, there were only like 30,000, and then it just kept on growing. In our school, last year, there were like, I was asking some of the kids, how many Filipino students do we have? And they said, oh, sir, we're around 10. But before the end of the year, we had around 60. And this year, we had like nearly 100. In your
Wow.
school, are there many Filipinos also, Gabrielle?
Yes. There are more Filipino students in the years below me. This year for Culture Night, we were the biggest group. The Filipino group was the biggest group, which was quite shocking. I did not expect that, considering last
Mhm.
year there were only four of us, and then this year there was maybe
Oh,
15. And there were also more students but didn't want to participate
okay.
in the dance. But it was,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of Filipino students at my school. It's really growing.
And you just spoke about dance because you're also, aside from singing, you're also in the dance. I mean, you dance as a craft, as a hobby. So you don't just take dance lessons because dance is offered as a curriculum in college. Have you done that, Gabriella?
I did take it from year 9 up to year 11, but I didn't take it this year because I do dance outside of school. I've been
Mm.
doing it since I was maybe 3 or 5,
Oh,
and
okay.
this year will be my one of my final years participating in a lot of the classes because I've reached like the highest level of it, but I
Oh,
will come
okay.
back for one more year next year for ballet.
Ah, okay. So when you say dance, it's ballet. Yeah.
Yes, and then I
Uh,
also do a class that's jazz and contemporary. I used to do competitive contemporary, but I've stopped now.
oh, is this like modern jazz or?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
contemporary, it's yeah, modern dance pretty much.
Oh, all right. Because we have, I'm going to interview them, the Filipino dance crew out in Christchurch. They participated last week in Australia.
Oh
It's
wow.
yes, it's a big growing group there also. So, what is it about dance that fascinates you, Gabriela? Since 3 years old, you've been doing that.
Well, I just love being creative and I love to move like your body in an aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
way. Like it's so pretty just watching dance. And a few years ago, I was thinking of quitting just because I was so busy. I was doing a lot of other sports and a lot of other things, and I hadn't been going to dance for a while, and I was kind of losing my passion for it. And then I was like, okay, I'll just stay until the show and just being up on stage and performing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really I just love. I love performing for others. So even though I don't really even though it's very different, I don't have much pageant experience, but I do have a lot of experience performing and doing stuff like that. So that's
Mm-hmm.
really just what appeals to me. I love like sharing joy with others and sharing my craft with others.
Now, Gabriela, the Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024, this is a platform, okay? So, if you have that platform, meaning you will be crowned as the Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024, what will you do with the platform?
I really just want to share more about what the Philippines is about, like the cultures that are important. I mean, the aspects of the culture that is important, and also how it affects people in their day-to-day life. How, well, now this, what is it, 108,000
Thousand.
like people in Filipinos in New Zealand. Like that's amazing, huge platform, and also sharing more that there's a lot of us in New Zealand, and
Mhm.
this is the things that we're good at. This is the things that make us Filipino. That even if you're just, a quarter Filipino, you're still welcomed into the community. Like, this is the things that make you you, and also spreading awareness to the charities and also many organizations that I really support and want to do more good for. And with that platform, I think I'd be able to spread more awareness of things like that.
Thank you so much, Gabriella. At a young age, you have this vision. You have this heart. If there is an award, if I will be a judge and there's an award, I'll give you like the best smile award. Your smile is like, it is so
Thank you.
so warm and so natural. Hindi siya plastic.
Thank you.
Hindi plastic yung ngiti, yung smile. So all the best, Gabriela. I know this is the last day for the term holiday, and on Monday we
Yes.
start going back for you guys, because you have external exams. So it will be a shorter term. It will be like 4-6 weeks, and you're done with
Yes.
high school. Because I teach the junior school, so we'll still extend. So all the best in your exams, in your external
Thank
exams,
you.
and whatever it is that you will have to submit for your studies, and of course, added to the pressure is the pageant. All right. So all the best, Gabriela. And
Thank you.
any final message that you would like to impart to our listeners and viewers?
Come watch the pageant, come support, and I'm just so happy that I'm embracing my Filipino side a lot more. I'm so excited for the pageant to meet a lot more Filipino people and share experience with them and create friends and also create like lasting memories. I feel like this will definitely be a core memory for me. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much, Gabriela. And the next time I'll interview you, we will talk about you being Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024.
Hopefully.
We, yes. So thank you so much, and I'd like to thank your mom also, Stephanie, for arranging this, and also Pai from Paraluman, who is also very supportive of you, and all the others who are really behind your journey. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
yes, and I'd like to thank our listeners and viewers for allowing, no, pinayagan nyo kami ni Gabriela to come into your homes, into your hearts, para lang pag-usapan po natin kung sino ba si Gabriella Croft, ang kandidata mula sa Auckland, no, mula sa Rotorua, representing the Bay of Plenties, ay para sa Miss Philippines New Zealand 2024. Ako po muli ang inyong kaibigan sa Papuwid. I am Direk Rene. Maraming salamat. Thank you. Take care and God bless. Goodbye for now.
The Filipino Show, ikwento mo.
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 The Filipino Show.
Ikwento mo!
The Filipino Show.
Ikwento mo!
The Filipino Show.
Ikwento mo.
Filipino Show.
Ikwento mo! The Filipino Show!
Ikwento mo.